What's going on, everyone? Happy Taco Tuesday. Crying Stripper here, and got another fun replay here. Um, gonna be a game again. I don't know. I keep featuring Burgoyne games on the channel, but again, I love the boat. It's an absolutely fantastic boat, regardless of what people say about it. I don't know. Uh, and I don't know. So I end up just playing it a lot, especially play it a lot when uh, the games might be rough or just feel like I need a win or something like that. So in this game, I'm dived here with Riley and Mr. Abyss from the Well Done clan, and just been having kind of a evening. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. This is kind of unique, being that there's only a DD on each team and then a sub on each team. And this is going to lead for something to happen here from a battleship that you might not see too often. Um, take your guesses now as to what that's going to be. Again, in the Burgoyne, only 2 DDs and 2 subs. So yeah, we're gonna do a fair amount of cheeky breaky Burgoyne gameplay. Burgoyne's super versatile, and this is definitely going to illustrate just how versatile the Burgoyne can be, and why I like to play it in situations where I feel like I kind of want or need to carry a game, or just want to get that easy one out and get a dubs when I need to. So Riley's taking up a position towards Alpha there. She's going to end up contesting. And I'm here, and me and Mr. Abyss and I are going to, kind of take up this flank here. Be good little flanking battleships. And we've got a Stalingrad here to help us out here as well. On the other flank, you can kind of see what everything looks like. You got a friendly Burgoyne over here with the Republic at Anath and Annapolis. This is going to be one of those things where we're going to have to kind of put the carry pants on here. So what am I doing here? I could be shooting that Des Moines. I could be shooting that Colombo. By the way, Colombo, great name. Seymour Butts. Fantastic. Let's see more butts, Mr. Colombo. And yeah, but I'm gonna hold my shots here for a little bit, and because I'm going to institute super scouty Burgoyne technology. Yes, Burgoyne will become the best DD in this game. Yep. Well, think I'm lying? I'm not lying. Burgoyne's gonna be the best DD in this game. At least this particular game we're watching, the Burgoyne's going to be the best DD. So again, one of the other interesting things, about Burgoyne is its concealment is fairly okay. So you can kind of get the, why is it showing that? Anyways, you can kind of get the Burgoyne's concealment down to like 13.2 or 13.4, I think it is. Whatever it was showing there. These shots on the Clausewitz for me, not ideal. Wasn't really leading, and I was worried that he was going to turn in and turn out, whatever. So not the best aiming there for me on the Clausewitz with those first initial salvos there. This next one's going to be okay. And basically the Clausewitz is going to have a bad day. And I'm gonna ride the border like a filthy little scumbag here. Normally I try not to do that. There you guys can see you got a big smasheroonie into the Clausewitz. But pay attention to this number, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Pay attention to that number there. And just watch Burgoyne Super DD technology here. So Riley is still kind of behind that island, and there's some back and forth going on with Riley there. Riley kind of got pushed out of her smoke by the Des Moines, or not the Des Moines, the Stalin on our team, and she wasn't too happy about that, which kind of resulted in her death, which again allowed me to utilize Burgone DD technology, as well as I'm going to be now working with Abyss over here, and he's kind of going to take up some of the tanking aspect of this. Bungo shooting me, never a fan of that, but I'm kind of angled out here. This is a kind of a unique trick that, the Burgone does very well kiting, utilizing its speed as well as, its armor. Burgone can be very, very kitey for a battleship, and you've kind of seen me set that up here. Kind of like if you guys remember how everyone used to play the Henri back in the day, you can still kind of do that with the Burgone. This Yoshino is not moving at all, so, cool, good for everyone. I'm not sure the thought process in that, but whatever. As you look on the opposite side of the flank here too, Charlie is vastly outnumbered, and we just lost the Republic over there. That Burgone is gonna, do what he can, or he or she can, and they'll kite out eventually here. Our cruisers here are very, very stagnant, but that's fine. Again, I haven't done a whole hell of a lot, but I have. We're already over 100k spotting in the Burgone. Wonderful. This Gloria clone is shooting, I think, Abyss here at the moment. Probably not the best technology for them. They probably should have shot me, considering the angle, and considering Abyss was slightly more bow on, but whatever. We'll allow that. And we're going to continue shooting as spotting. So, and our sub's underwater, so thank you, Mr. Submarino here, by the way. We appreciate the K1 actually, being on it. We're down a ship right now, down technically on points. But again, Super DD Burgone is coming through in the clutch. I see the Yoshino's low, and our sub gets really, really nice damage there on the Lori clone. Abyss and I are focusing down the Yosh at the moment, and I'm going to finish up the Yosh. And then it's just up for this Loria clone here. I don't even know how the hell you say that. Temperistra Mera. What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever. It's a Loria clone. So good for them. Loria clone's not going to have a good day anymore. And the Stalingrad is, or Abyss is going to kill the Loria clone, and the Stalingrad is going to kill the Schlieflin. And then just poor Mr. Seymour Butts over here is all by his lonesome. Poor Seymour. So we're gonna now flip it. We're gonna do the old Missy Elliott. We're gonna flip it and reverse it, and go bow on into the Colombo here. Still, they're down on ships, but this doesn't feel good. They have a very, very troll div over here of a Napoli, a Trump, and a Sargouf. So that could be unique, and they prove to be kind of a pain in the side, as you can see. Bungo taking out our Napoli, and this game's back and forth. I'm only at 41k damage. That's not really the greatest for me in the Burgone, but again, at just a hair shy of 150k spotting, and we're at 1.7 million tanked already. So again, just for, I know there have been videos in the past about the Burgone being power crept in 2025 and 2026. You're seeing the versatility of the Burgone here, and why I go to it when I just need to get a W. And I'm not, I don't know, there may be only a handful of other battleships in the game that can duplicate and kind of do what I do in the Burgone here in this game. So yeah, I don't know. I still think it's a good pick. Again, you can argue with me about that, but it works for me in those moments. I'm gonna shoot into the Napoli here. Our Des Moines is kind of, trying to get off spots here. At one point I asked our cruisers to move up because, like, should have better concealment and, attributes and things that can do spotting a little bit more gooder than I can in a battleship, but, whatever. It is what it is. I'll take up the mantle and continue to kind of work down here. I got a mammoth and a bungo here that are cutting down. I'm gonna need to head that off because now we've got this other Dragon that's low. I think Riley had said in chat that they're only at 11k HP. And this Stalingrad's looking up here. I want to make a crossfire with them. So we're gonna have to kill the mammoth first. Get a citadel, 18k salvo into the mammoth there. And we're gonna get a cheeky citadel here on the mammoth as well again. Burgone does that from time to time. You just get cheeky citadels there. If you look, you can actually see where that shell landed. If you go back, it's literally right in the old booty of the mammoth there. So there we go. To take out the mammoth, and now it's just up for this bungo here. I feel that I can effectively angle towards this bungo and, you know, work them over as, you know, need be. And that's kind of going to be the plan. My div made Abyss. Yeah, we're both kind of talking. He's going to go up north, and again, being that I'm a little bit quicker, I can make the Ohio. I can utilize my speed and try to look for cross shots, as well as, you know, being the one that's going to tank this bungo here, and at least give my team, you know, the awareness of where the bungo is and where they're shooting. And that's kind of the plan. Again, it doesn't look like it, but it's still kind of a close game. They're up on caps here. Again, very, very trolly div. That Burgone is fighting for their life, just trying to stay in it. Our Stalingrad is, you know, just chilling, trying to, you know, utilize radar technology there. Do have this K1 who's played a pretty solid game here, but I think they're kind of caught in a pickle. They're unsure if they should go after the bungo or, you know, work back towards Bravo. And that's kind of going to be, it is what it is, in the words of Odd Boz. If you guys watch Odd Boz, by the way, too, YouTuber for War Thunder. Really, really fun content. Anywho, shooting the bungo here again, continuing that. The Burgone finally goes down to the bungo up there. That's a horrible salvo by me. I think I'm getting a little bit flustered here at the moment. And, you know, now we start shooting the bungo like we should be. And this is going to be a bit of a slap fight back and forth between myself and the bungo here. And they're creeping back on points there. Our Stalin does kill the bungo there, so, you know, that's pretty more ungooder. And we like to see that. This K1 has Peds going off towards the bungo as well, so that's good. But for all intents and purposes, still a close game. We desperately need someone to spot middle here, and we'll see what happens here. I think Abyss kind of, you know, puts the team on his back over on that flank there. And I'm going to try to secure up this flank here. That again is the plan. Get some more shots into the bungo. Basically just making it so the bungo can't do bungo things, right? What does the bungo excel at? Basically, you know, being like an IGN Slava. Just sitting back and sniping. And, you know, if I wasn't doing this to the bungo right now, he'd be shooting towards the middle there. You know, working over our friendly bungo, our Zao, even this Des Moines and the Ohio, Mr. Abyss, because that's what they do. Napoli on the enemy team is still holding up the Bravo position there. There's some wonderful French dispersion there. We get a random ricochet. I'm now kind of looking back towards the Napolini Alfredo and Bravo, trying to see if I can help on my team a little bit. Notice that the bungo's still kind of giving me enough angle there. And we're gonna continue to shoot the bungo. Get 6 overpens into the bungo. We're at 150k here, 2.1 million tanked, and 155 spotting. Bananas. In pajamas, even. Shooting the Napolini. You know, we go behind it somehow. I don't know. I've seen some interesting things go on with some of the aiming the past, you know, patch and a half. That is what it is, though. There you go. We get a shot into the Napoli, and then the K1 finishes the Napoli off. Now looking pretty good here. It's all just wrapped up here, but, you know, for working over this bungo. And there is going to be a bit of a replay bug here on this game, where you won't get to see the end result screen, and I was silly enough, I didn't take a screenshot of it. So we'll just kind of pause it when I can, if I can. Um, yeah, just time to work over the Bungo now. Get into a good old-fashioned slap fight with the Bungo while our team caps Bravo. The enemy Tromp goes down up there to our friendly Bungo, and now they're going to be able to cap Bravo. That's going to make it GG, essentially, for our team. 170k, 2.4-ish million tank tier. Back to shooting. So yeah, this was a unique game I wanted to spotlight, and there's going to be one more unique feature that's going to pop up here in a moment that you might not see very often from battleships. However, it's happened a few times in the Burgoyne to me, maybe 2 or 3 times in the past. But this was just definitely one of those games where, given that, unfortunately Bradley went out in the DD and the K1 had to do other things, I kind of took up a DD role there. And there it is. The old combat scout in the Burgoyne. Burgoyne 2026, still got it. So yeah, we're going to be 2.6 million-ish, 165k spotting, and we're going to just basically go over the 200k mark here for 3 kills as well, with some Burgoyne gameplay. And here we go, should be able to finish off the Bungo here, and that's going to be the game. So, solid game there, interesting game. Again, replay bug there. 201k, 3 kills, 2.7k, 2.7 million spotting, and just a hair under 170k spotting damage. That would be a fantastic spotting damage number from any DD, yet alone a battleship. And that's kind of why I wanted to feature that. I know I featured a ton of Burgoyne games here, and you guys probably get sick of it from time to time, but just kind of showcasing and highlighting all the different things that you can do with this boat. It's power crept. Yeah. Anywho, so there you go. There's the Burgoyne being the best DD in this game in 2026, picking up a combat scout and just a silly game. I know, and it was an E badge, so this was an E game. Unfortunately, you can't see it because, replay bug. Pretty good. Wargaming, let's get on top of, figuring that out. Anyways, it's a small indie company, guys. What do you expect? Come on, the replays shouldn't work. Small indie company. Anywho, but yeah, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that replay. Something a little bit different. Seemed a little bit slow, but if you guys were paying attention to the numbers there, there was some stuff going on that I just wanted to show what this boat can do again. So that's that. We're going. A DD. Who would have thought? Anyways, hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I'll be on streaming again here in a little bit, a couple hours from now, after I get some food in me and get this video finished. But yeah, hope everyone has a great week. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great rest of your day. See you later.